Call this ice. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it ice water.
What?
Cause it looked like water, right? It got ice in it. It got alcohol in it. Right. We call it ice water. All right, we drinking on ice water today.
Yeah. Okay. You want to just roll with that?
There you go.
Shit.
Don't say water. Don't say water, ladies and gentlemen. Don't say water. You say water. Ice water.
Ice water. Yeah.
There you go. If you try to pronounce it right, you pronounced it wrong. Ice water. Thank you. Oh, ice water hit. Yeah. Ice water hit.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the least sweet out of all.
It's the least sweet.
Yeah, because it's just a splash of pineapple juice.
This right here would tear somebody up, right? Because if this is your third drink, your taste buds are already gone.
But this is the healthiest drink, you know?
Right.
No added calories, you know? It's just pretty much tequila. That's it.
Somebody will down this quickly.
I mean, I've been down these things like crazy.
Yeah, like boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden you 4 in, right? Like
so
ice water.
But yeah, I got a question for you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So we've alluded to this. I don't know if we've attacked this directly, but we're going to today. So
no, we're not. All right, no.
You are happily married, good sir.
Yes.
And I am in a happy relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But we both have our individual goals and dreams, right?
Yes.
How did that change for you, or if it ever did, from single Jay to now married Jay? And how can you do, again, what is success, or how's growing a business in a relationship and a romantic relationship, how's that changed? Or is it even different at all?
So your goals don't change, but the way you go about them does. Fucking difficult.
Okay.
Fucking difficult because you're coming from one mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the things that you're willing to risk, the things that you're willing to sacrifice,
yep,
and the things that you're willing to just, take on, right?
Okay.
Then you add another opinion to it,
mm-hmm.
right? You go, fuck, do I really gotta validate this person? Like, these are my dreams, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you get into a healthy relationship, no matter if you're married or you're in a relationship, if you guys are planning to be together,
mm-hmm.
then now it becomes a we thing.
And I know for me, I think it's a challenge. I will still take this stance,
mm-hmm.
even though Lasia don't kill me, but
kill him. No.
If you have a lot of stuff to do,
right,
do it single. Like if you got some stuff, if you got some stuff to do,
yeah,
do it single before you
do it single.
Yeah, bring in someone very important to you, because
it is so fucking hard to do it with two people.
Because I mean, last year again, my plan. So my 18-month goal was, if you talked to me last year, was all right. Okay, 18 months. I'm gonna be in Colorado or
mm-hmm.
Phoenix. I'll be buying my van.
Mm-hmm.
All right, to live in a van.
Right.
And then I'll be fully scaled down to just be either part-time what I'm doing, or in full-time media. And I'll be traveling and just being me in a van, just fucking driving everywhere.
But by the way, this is not that regular van, you ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is like a tiny house van.
Right, this tiny house van. This van is like at least 60,000 or more. Don't get it twisted. He's not talking about one of them.
Yeah, not a box van, but just one of those nice Sprinter vans. But that was, again, it's still on my dream board. But now I met someone special, and I was like, and she's like real. So she's
mm-hmm.
like, and I'm like, okay, now I'm in that point where I'm like, I gotta think about how I'm changing these dreams. Because now it's like, okay, the van, like, I don't know if that'll work for two people. And it's just like, all right, will I be in Denver? Like, now it's like, I put her in the conversation. Mm-hmm. She's always, so it's like, but my dreams are,
which she deserved to be.
Yeah, yeah. It's like my dreams are different. And that kind of thing. So
the goal is still the same, though. You still want to be able to be free, mobile, go on your own. I would say fly on your own terms. You know what I mean? The wind against your back. But the way you do it
Yeah, the vehicle to get there is now different.
is different.
So
You can't do the van. You might have to get one of them RVs now, you know?
yeah, or it's just you just pony up and you just do a house or rent or just something. It's gonna be different. Now challenge. It's gonna be harder.
Yeah, because a couple years ago, I mean, a couple of years ago, me take all my profits of my savings, literally just buying property.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And met the wife, got married, well, got engaged, had chunks, money stacked around my mind for on a property.
Yep.
It was really for a wedding ring because I just got engaged. Boom. So then you have to have the wedding.
Yep.
Where I'm going, I have this chunk of cash
Hmm.
that I can literally pop, 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 get a couple more doors. But then she walks in the room and tells me, a wedding is not $5,000, right?
Yeah.
Because as a man, we like a cake, a room, you know what I mean? Like $5,000, $6,000. That's man logic, ladies and gentlemen. It's not saying every man think like this. It's just, man, how hard can a party be? How much can a dress cost? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got the big stuff out of the way.
Hmm.
The ring. Wasn't $15,000 enough. And that's not for like a, you know what I mean? That's not for like an extravagant wedding. That's just for the amount of people that we have in our family, the dress that she wants, and all of that is $15,000 enough. And I'm going, do you know what the you could do with $15,000? Like that's a down payment on another rental property. That's you can start a tea business. That's you know what I mean. Like you can really invest that. You
Hmm.
put that just in the S&P 500 for 5 years. You're getting 7% interest on that. Like that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean to start off with. But I gotta bite the bullet.
Hmm.
Gotta bite the bullet. So you're absolutely right. The things that I would say do as much as you can before you get in a single relationship. I mean, in a relationship.
Yep. Like, and not to say because it's better now. That's the first thing. It's like it's better now.
It's better now.
We're happier now.
Happier now.
But I think we had to accomplish. But
But we could be we could be men before.
oh, I think we got a lot of stuff out of our system. Good way, easy way to
Let me
point
ask
it.
you a question. What furniture do you need in the house?
Not shit. Like a chair. You don't even know.
A chair, not even a huge TV, 40-inch TV. That's it. You don't even need a bed.
I don't even need a TV. I was a minimalist. I was a damn minimalist.
You was a man in your true form. You got
Yeah.
a toilet. You got, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that shit is not acceptable when you're in a
No.
relationship.
Now it's like having face towels, having hand towels, like
yes, bonnets, because I got hair.
yeah, just like again the
Sheets
clothes
gotta
like,
match.
yeah, like
Sheets gotta match.
yes, having silk sheets, silk
Yeah.
pillowcase, like having those certain things again, like having a TV, like a TV, certain TV stand now that
Mhm.
works.
Gotta
and
match.
yeah, it's just like
Having enough-
couches, the pillows,
what do they
everything.
call it? A medicine cabinet? Having a bigger medicine cabinet so they can put,
Yeah,
certain stuff in.
yeah,
Gotta have like 5 different soaps.
yeah. Oh yeah, all yeah, all those plays. Like, but do we do it? Do we complain? No, we don't.
Oh, no, we don't.
Yeah, but like,
But yeah,
there's
you
a
got
huge
more.
difference.
It's not wrong to say that you got more done before you got a relationship. And that's what I would tell any entrepreneur. Not saying halt your relationship, not saying get out of your relationship, not saying, forget a relationship altogether.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if you are you don't even have to be an attractive, but a driven man,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're going to find a woman that finds you attractive.
Yeah.
Right? So get all of your stuff done before you find that woman because it's going to stop. I think as men, we take that time for granted. We think we always gonna be alone.
Very much so. Like again, that was the point. It's like I was not going to date anyone. I mean, I said on this camera 5 months ago, like, nope, not dating
Right.
anyone. Never. Like, it's not happening because I was so driven. And I'm because it's difficult because if 2 years ago got in a relationship, like before I started rec,
Mhm.
would I have started rec? I'm like, if I got in the, it's gonna be like, well, I don't have the time now. Like, I got my job, now I got her, and I'm like, shit.
And then if things would have kept going, you definitely gonna mess up. A little kid gonna pop out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And, like, I think part of that is, like, I would've probably resented her, like, "Ah, man, I really always like," or resented, like, or like, "I really wish I would've started this company."
mhm.
However, I already started it. So now, after the fact, it's just like, "Okay, I still allot this time, still work with things," it's just, divvying things up differently. It's just but you have to start all those things as soon as you can, like, because 'cause you're not gonna have the time later. Because it's like, if you're single, like, this is the best opportunity to get shit done.
To get shit done.
Because and it's like, it's not that Camille or my partner were just like, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't go
No,
travel." They're not it's not and that's the thing, it's
they're
like
not saying that you can't.
yeah, and when you bring up this, like, you're always like, no, it's just it doesn't
It's
happen.
different.
Yeah.
It's different. I can still do it, but not at the capacity that I could do it.
Mhm.
You know, and I would always tell if you're a man that is following your purpose, right?
Mhm.
And that's whatever's beating your heart. If that's going to be the CEO of a company or you just satisfied with being a janitor,
Yeah.
that's your purpose, right? If you're a man following your purpose, you find someone that is willing to go on that journey with you,
Yeah.
right? Now, it's gonna be some convincing, right? Because I haven't heard a purpose yet that was normal,
Yeah.
right? Like men that have purpose have these crazy ideas
Mhm.
that are not cookie cutter,
Mhm.
that are not part of the norm.
Mhm.
And the only
Yeah.
reason I know because you're like,
Yeah.
we're in a room
Yeah.
together. Like we
I'm crazy. Yep.
right, we throw crazy ideas around and then pursue them,
Or
right?
attempt to. So,
Or try to. No,
yeah.
we pursue them. We just might not complete
Yeah,
them,
we don't complete
right?
it, we tried to.
You have to have a special type of person that can literally go on that journey with you.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, they might have a normal way of thinking. I want to find a husband. I want him to work a 9 to 5, and I want him to come home.
Mhm.
Don't ever move up in the company. Don't ever lose your job, which is unrealistic, right? And be, that picture.
Yeah.
You want to go camping in a van. That is not part of that picture.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy a house. I want to have a lot of rental property, but I want to wake up in a condo on the 26th floor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, that's because I love looking at views.
Mhm.
That's not a normal cookie cutter to say you don't want to own a home.
Mm.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's the old school. What would happen though? Or maybe what's your advice? Like, what happens if your dreams and ideals like that? Like, so
I feel like I need to dress better. Right? I'm listening.
What if Camille's like, no, I want to buy a house. Like, I want the house. What do you do?
It's gonna be some convincing. She gotta come with her plan, I gotta come with my plan, and we both gotta try to convince each other who got the better scenario.
Okay, but is there a point where you have to separate?
If it's
I guess is
if
if it's
it
your wife, I guess. But I mean, even if you're
you know what?
married,
Well, yeah, let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about
even
it.
if you're married, yeah,
There
it's different.
is a cost, right? Like there is something of going, you're asking for too much.
Hmm.
If I can't go to sleep at night, I'm I I won't agree to it,
Yeah.
right? And it might be I'm on the couch for 2 weeks,
Hmm.
right? But if it's my purpose, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight the whole way. And
Okay.
if we just don't get along, we just don't get along. Like I'd rather live in my purpose than to be resentful of my wife that I
Okay.
didn't get to follow my heart. Because on the other hand, I'm always pushing my wife to follow her dream. She just told me I want to go back to school.
Hmm.
And then from time to time, she'll tell me she want to go to culinary school because
Okay.
she really loves cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Okay.
Right? Figure out how to do it and then go do it. It's not too late. Go do it. I don't know. You still have the right to go do it and to chase it in the full capacity that you can. Allow me to have this same option. When it gets complicated, if I gave you the option to follow your dreams and your desires and you don't reciprocate that for me,
Right.
then we have a problem. Right? But I know you're always pushing me to follow my dreams, babe. So
there you go. Nice plug. Nice
right.
plug, Jay.
It's always a plug. Right. Then the energy has to sway back.
Yeah. It's just because it's like I tell people again, if you're losing sleep over something,
Uh-huh.
because especially in less than a 3 year, I don't know. There's not a date, but
There's a date.
there's probably a date. There's
a
years in
date.
it. But even a new relationship or even, but if you're losing sleep over something, you just want to accomplish whatever it is.
Well, let's just take the fact. Men are logical. Men are ones and twos.
Fuck.
Yeah, let's just be honest. Like, be honest, Nate. Men are ones and twos. Are we not?
I think in
general means all men are ones. Like, this is the baseline of men.
I mean, fuck. I would say, I'm gonna say my I think of my I almost want to say in my relationship, she's more analytical.
You're not a practical?
Fuck. Yeah. Okay. But it's just like fine.
I'm not saying a woman can't be it.
Yeah. All right. In general, fuck it. Our opinion is
it's our opinion. It's just
our
opinion.
You're mostly gonna find a more analytical man in a man-woman relationship.
So here's the tip, women.
There you go.
If you want your man to do something,
it.
break it down. Show us the numbers. We'll go. Yeah, all right. we can't, like, men, and when it comes to numbers in men's brains, we cannot argue with numbers. Like, when you say this what's work, this is what works, we go, fuck.
Yeah, fine. I'll go. I'll agree with you there. I know that's exactly how you work.
So you don't work like that?
I'm very emotional in my things.
You think you're emotional?
I'm emotional in my shit. I get like, fuck. I get hyped and just go.
Perfect example. Nate, who cooks?
Me.
Boom. Why doesn't she cook?
Because she likes what I cook, and I'm just one. I can control the macro. I control the healthiness of it. So
that's a numbers game.
Fuck it. All right, fine. Fine.
You control the intake. You control the healthiness of it. You go, hey, I like to do it. You kind of like to do it, so I win on the percentage of who wants to do it. It's the numbers. It's
okay.
We all know.
I got the time. I got the resources. Yeah, it's practical. Yeah, it's practical that I cook food instead of ordering it. Yes. Okay.
Okay then.
Okay.
That's all we get.
Anyway, we got the point. Men in general, or me and Jay, we're practical in our relationships. All right. So my practical advice for someone in a new-ish relationship: if you have a goal or dream that's keeping you up at night, but you're in a relationship and you can't have the time to do it, and you really feel that your partner is kind of holding you back, I've always said, like, very well consider putting that relationship to the side. That's what I've always said. Still what I say.
But here's what I would say.
Yep.
You're absolutely right. After you have the conversation.
Yeah, you
got to have the conversation. Because she might not know that you feel that passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I know mostly men, we skip that step because I skipped that step.
We assume they don't get it.
We assume that they get it. We assume that they're never going to get it. And that's just us being men. We're idiots.
How do you start that? How do you start that conversation? So, all right, put yourself in their shoes. Like, all right, cool. I got whatever I want to start this business. Right. But I don't know. I've never. How do you bring that up to your partner? Because like, if you're not into it, we can part ways.
Know your woman, but I like to bring it over some liquor. make this ice water drink right here, you guys, and then
Yeah.
and just start throwing stuff on the wall. And instead of making it your idea, make it you guys' idea. You start with the base. I want this.
Okay.
I'm not moving off of this. This is
Okay.
a non-negotiator.
Okay.
Negotiator, right? Yep.
Non-negotiation.
Non-negotiation. Thank you, Nick. Make my teeth go ding. And then, but all of these things
Mhm.
can be negotiated.
Okay.
Make me better, babe. Make me better.
Mhm.
Just build with me. I think that's what most men want. They want someone to build with them. Not saying take your career and build my career. No, ideas, mental. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Show me what I'm missing, making me better, make me sharp. Tell me when I'm slacking. Tell me when I'm giving up too easily. Tell me when I'm not pushing myself as much.
Do
Bill.
we give up too easily on our partner? Because like what I said is like I assume that she doesn't want to build this with me, so I'll just kind of cut it out already.
I did, me personally.
Okay.
I can't speak for you because obviously
Yeah.
you're not a numbers and ones type of
Damn it.
I said I gave up, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I gave up, but I was smart enough to go back. I
Okay.
was smart enough to go back, apologize, get on the knees, the whole thing. But yeah, like I think we give up too easily.
Yeah. I know
If she's the right one.
I think if she's right one, because I know what happened previously with me is like, because I wouldn't have the conversation. This is exactly what I want to do, but I may have been called crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's like when your partner's like, yeah, you're a little crazy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right. So then if they don't believe in your dream with you, I think that's my feeling. It's like when they don't believe it in with you, that's when.
So here's what I learned. And I'm not an expert, and I know you have been in the rooms where 90% of the people look at you stupid and crazy. Like you
Mhm.
don't have any background in that. You don't even have any knowledge in that. You don't know any connects in that field. What are you doing trying to do that? And then you happen to run into a person
Yeah.
that when you just, you kind of do it like a side eye, kind of go like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And they go, I can see that. You go,
Yeah. You
shit.
know, it's wild. That's why when like with my partner, like I found that I was like, okay, it's like you cool with this? Like you cool with me having a media company, even though I'm like an engineer? Like, yeah. Just like all that matters is like happiness over everything. Like we both agree.
And when you shocked, this is motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like I have a dream board up there. Have you ever
Uh-huh.
seen it?
No.
Exactly. No one has ever seen it.
Mhm.
But she saw it early on and she didn't laugh. She didn't anything. In fact, now we got her dreams on there.
Uh-huh.
So now it's like it's our dream board. So it's like when I found it's like, oh, you're not laughing at the van life or like downhill longboarding or just like speaking like that doesn't bother you. Like think like no, I think that's really cool. I'm like, but
Right. So like, is it have the conversation with your girl, or is it more important to make sure you got the right person?
You don't know if you have the right person until you have the conversation. Because I mean, you have to go.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. But you gotta have a conversation, right?
yes, you have to, and I think, but it is hard. Like, because I know I probably definitely early on, when I was younger, 25 and earlier, I was not having that conversation. I was like, I
No,
just
we're
don't.
immature as fuck at 25.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like, oh, they don't believe in, or they'd say something. I was like, okay, like, because I mean, like, once you have a career, like a 9 to 5, you're like,
Mhm.
yeah, that's it. Like, y'all want my man to be stable. I don't want him doing crazy shit, living out of a van. Like, that doesn't fucking sound right. And I'm like, that's exactly what I want to do. Like, I have a great job. I just want to sell that off so I can like. It's like, do you still want to? And so I think part of that, and there's crazier dreams out there. Like if you like for you, it's like if you wanted to sell everything just to buy real estate. Like I don't want nothing. I just want to real estate, do it all, build houses from the ground up. Like that's what I want to do. Like
I'm
you
literally literally come from an inner city, not that well educated. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
don't have anything going for me to go at. I want to become a billionaire. And I want to own tens of millions of real estate. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, everybody like, shut up. You don't even know how to buy your first house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can try. No, you can't. Shut up, Jay. Right. Go get this 9 to 5. Collect that minimum wage. You find a girl or you find whoever you're into and you say that and she goes, I think you can do it.
Yeah, and it's jarring as hell.
Charm is, but I think that is what turns a boy into a man. And I think people don't talk about that. Women is a woman, I should say, a woman is the only thing that can really shift a boy's mind into being a man. A boy's mentality is doing everything for a woman. Buy a motorcycle. Girls think you're cute.
Yeah.
Buying a Camaro to get the girls. Having nice clothes so girls can think you're cute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go to certain colleges so you can be around certain girls. You can't tell me one thing that a boy does in that 21 and down that wasn't motivated by a woman.
Mm-hmm. Well, but I'll argue that point. I think a woman can be a catalyst for that. But like for my instance, I did it solo. I would say
No, I'm sorry. I was gonna point something out, but I'm gonna let you finish it out.
Oh fuck! All right, but I say the catalyst of again, I gained my confidence in everything that I want to do, and it's just my alone time thinking about it. Like, what do I want? What do I want to see future me look like? And I did that by myself. Like, and I don't. Not that I will say that
I got to poke the bird.
Okay, but I will say, previous girlfriends, previous relationships, they definitely helped me get there. I think they kind of chipped away a little bit. Like, okay, this is what I don't like. This is what I don't want to do. So I'm gonna go on this path. And that was my thing. I was like, oh, my path is just by myself. And then like, oh, I found something like, yo, Nate, I like your dreams.
So a woman.
Fine, fuck it.
Right. I never
Damn it, Jay.
I never said it in a good way because it happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like,
okay.
Every man I know that made a major decision off a woman. Not saying it was a great decision. The woman was so lovely that we became better.
Mm-hmm.
The woman could be just so, fucked up. You go, I definitely don't want that.
I don't want to do that.
I know.
I do not want the white picket fence. Like, no. I do not.
You even turned. You said, I'm going to be by myself. You said, you went down the street. You said, fuck that. So I'm like, yeah.
All right, fine.
If we take all the icing off the cake, that's the cake.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's the cake. As any young man, what was his turning point? Okay. If they don't bring you back to a woman in some way, somehow, I'm like, yo, that wasn't the turning point. You lied to me.
All right, I'll give you that because I mean, like, yeah. Especially me being a romantic, yeah, it's popped out to everything.
Right. That's why I'm like, yeah, a woman. I shouldn't say a woman is the switch.
Okay. How quick? So once you think you might find and should you just be comfortable already just to have that conversation with your girlfriend, even if it's 3 months in, like, all right, this is my dream? Or is there just is there a time period, or how do you know when you're comfortable enough to be like, all right, Camille, or all right, whoever, just be like, this is my dream. Do you want to rock this road with me?
When you know it's your dream.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure you did this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know you did this because we had conversations about this. Came up with the idea, then we tried to forget about it.
Yeah.
Couple months went down the road, idea came back bigger in your mind.
Yeah.
Forgot about it again.
Okay.
Another couple months. Now it's a year.
Yeah.
But this idea is still making sense to you because it's your vision. It's not anyone else's. It's your vision. It's for you. And then you forget it again. You go, like, it took me 3-4 years, right? I kept forgetting it. And it just kept coming back, kept coming back. I was like, God, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
Then I take it. So now I did all the hard work. I tried everything else. I tried to talk myself out of it. Pretty sure you tried to talk yourself out of it.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't make any sense. I'm already good. I already have where I need to be. I'm already at where I need to be. Why would I do this?
Yeah.
Why? Why? This is stupid. Why? Coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Go tour it. Cause now you have to do it.
Yeah. Because it's definitely you. Would you say growing a business, or we'll just say business because our thing, it's harder, it's more challenging in a relationship?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what I think we talked about. Like for me, it's like because I was able to accumulate so much capital.
How many times have you tried to forget about your business?
Oh, I fucking.
Or like gave up on it too?
Oh, I gave up for until like 2018. Like, I was like, I gave up on like from 2010 to 2017, 2018. I forgot. I was like, nope, I'm an engineer, that kind of thing. But it would creep up in certain like ways, like how I would see like if it was a film, if it was a photo, if it was animation, like, okay, this is how you would make it. Like this is how the shot would be like. And it just popped up. And then I asked someone like, do you ever do that? Like, do you ever do that? Like, how this, like, you just watch a film and you're just like doing, like,
Mhm.
this is how it's made. Like, no, it's fucking ridiculous. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's just like, I would just be in either, and it just keep popping up. Like, I just want to I want to make, it started in like photos. Like, I just want to take pretty pictures.
Uh-huh.
I know I was actually in a relationship once, is a few years back. Really, when I bought one of the newer cameras I have here now, is like, I could get a new iPhone that could take pretty pictures and stuff like that. Or what I could do is I could really get the camera that I've always wanted and, and take photos and stuff like that. And I'm like, the other one's easy, like, So I just took the dive and got the camera. And it was, what was great for me is also in the middle of in a breakup too. I was like, fuck it. Nah, I can get my own thing. Get my own, like, spend the money, spend
That girl.
$3,000, boom. Like, I can spend the money and do it. And I've never looked back since.
And in that moment,
Yeah.
you felt more in line with the universe or whatever.
Yeah, because it's my thing. And like ever since that, it's just like boom. And I still beat myself up because I'm so busy with other things. And even sometimes like I'll be busy with my partner and be like, man, I should really like to take, even hey, we were in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Like I brought two bodies, two lenses, one for me, one for her. Like, hey, we might take some shots of you, do some stuff like that. We didn't get to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it bugs me a little bit because that's my thing. But I'm like,
don't leave your thing.
Yeah, we'll get there. I taught, but the thing is, like, she knew that, and she was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, we didn't take photos. Like, we didn't get to do anything. It's still on her mind." And like every time I bring is like my business and my things, that's still on her mind and that type of thing. So it's really showing its head as far as the importance in it. It's very interesting, and that's why I'm fortunate enough because I found someone that has kind of the same passions as far as like film, media, that kind of thing. It's like helping each other on she might help me on a few projects. I'm gonna be helping her on some projects. It's good. And it's different. It's not something I.
But yeah, you had to have that hard question.
Yeah.
With the wrong person. Not saying she's a bad person.
No, yeah.
With the wrong person.
Right. And then it's done.
So that's what you know.
Yeah, and then I will say, like, going back to, like I said, it is more challenging now because, like I said before, I had so much capital. I can invest on all this. I can take my entire weekend, and I can work. My entire weekend, I can invest on Jay and Nate's show. I can be editing. I can do animation.
Yeah,
no big.
I wish we still
deal.
had that time.
Yeah, no big deal. And I'm like, now I don't have an extra 40 to 50 hours. I might have an extra 10 to 20, and there you go. But one thing that's great, and like it took me a while because like, especially in the first couple months, I was like, all right, the weekends, they're yours. Like, we gonna do what you want. Like it's us as a couple, right? And now recently, like she comes up to me like, hey, when you work, like all I gotta do is be in the same space. Like, hey, if you work and you gotta animate, like I'll come in here and just play Switch by you. Like, so like I'll be animating or doing something and she'll be right next to me. She'll be playing a game. She'll be drawing. She'll be doing whatever. She just wants to be in the space. It doesn't matter what we're doing. And I was like, oh shit. So I really don't have to lose this time.
No.
Like this is stuff that I assumed and stuff like that. But she's like, "Nate, I told you, just didn't listen." I think as far as like guys didn't listen, and I'm like, "Okay, you right." Because like now, if I have to work, have to edit something for us, she's like, "I'm cool," and she'll be right there. Like that little intro I
Uh-huh.
showed you.
Right.
I did that all right. And ladies, she was right there by my side.
Yeah.
She was so cool, just like, "Hey, I'm doing my thing."
And
So
then that that right there is where people can actually go to the next level.
yeah,
Is because you learn that I can have both of my worlds at the same time. I can learn to chase my passion as well as have my relationship. I don't have to give. You know what I mean? I don't have to sacrifice anything but time.
yeah, and it's getting because it's like if you're by yourself, it's like this linear, just like okay, I'm improving, improving. Then when you get in a relationship, you might think of a drop, right?
Right.
And then, but if you have that conversation with her and be like, or it's just like, do you want to do this? Now it becomes exponential. It does
Mm-hmm.
linear, it does drop.
Right.
Then if you get on the same, like, this is my person,
Mm-hmm.
it goes up exponential. If it's not, this is not your person, you'll go up linear again. You'll have that little deviation. But yeah, it's hard. And I know for me, especially when I see that drop, I get stressed. I'm like, okay, I'm not living in my, my passion,
Not living your
that,
truth.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But as soon as I had that conversation, like, hey, I really need to get this project done. I'm up to eyeballs and projects. I had clients here and here and here. And she's like, cool, you work? I'll just be right by you.
And it's a switch, and you go, oh,
I'm like, fuck,
I
I don't
get
have to, you don't want me 100%. You don't want me to do, like, it was
you
wild.
feel like you got so much room. And then, so if you think that is wild, wait until she comes up with a crazy idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then you like, and you see the idea that she's bringing up, because she'll probably say it nonchalantly. That's
Mm-hmm.
how typically that's how we got in the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Wife's like, I think we should do this. I said, do what? You know, Airbnb, blah, blah, blah. I was like, we can do that. Like, and she was like, can we really? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
breaking it all down and really arguing with her, but not, I shouldn't say arguing with her, really critiquing her,
Mm-hmm.
making her see what is a real application and what's not, right? Like what comes from your mind to what you can actually implement today, right? And then she's coming up with crazy ideas, then actually putting them in real world uses and seeing this beautiful seed grow into this extremely gorgeous flower of now she feels like she can accomplish anything because she literally pulled something out of her mind
Mm-hmm.
and brought it to reality.
Okay.
And that is a crazy feeling if no one ever was able to achieve that.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think me and you take that for granted because we literally can come up with an idea
Yeah, I just throw it out there.
and that was into the world.
Yeah.
We
And
came up with the podcast
yeah, we just tried it. Yeah, we got
and now it's a podcast.
yeah. Whereas some people might be afraid to, it just never happens. But I think maybe for our partners, especially, it's making sure they're confident enough because
Mhm.
I think, I mean, your partner, my partner, they have great ideas. They may not say them yet. Like she might
Right,
have
right.
some great ideas,
It
and
might
she's
make you the
yeah,
millions.
she's gonna pop them out one day. I'm like, cool,
Mm.
cool,
Mhm.
yeah,
That's it. That's it right there.
yeah. And
That's
it's
it right
like
there.
because we'll just execute on it, like because we'll execute on our dumbass ideas.
Hell yeah.
So, and they'll have a really fantastic idea, and then was like, but they'll never execute. Like, yeah, we got it now. Like, cool.
But see, that's why I think that's the competitive nature in us.
Yeah.
Like when you got a dream team, you gotta understand how to use people,
Yeah.
right? So what I mean by this is you are the perfect go-getter. If I or she or my wife has any crazy idea with film, you go, oh yeah, no, this is what we gotta do. This is how the shop we gotta go. And we can literally,
Yeah.
Willy Wonka the factory and come up with it. That right there, you have to use these people. I have to use you. You have to use me. We have to use them,
Yeah.
right? We have to do it.
Yeah. It's like learning their strengths or what they're good at and then how to implement that in the team. Because that's why how I'm thinking now. It's like, and it's wild with
Crazy.
the amount of times like, okay, this is what we can do in a team as a team a year from now, 2 years. Like, okay, how are we going to build? And it's like, even if it's something wild, if it is real estate, just something that's completely out of my norm, like,
Hmm.
all right, how could we do this as a team? And it's just completely open, like, hey, do you want to build this? Do you want to, hey, like if she was like, let's start Airbnb. And so like, okay, we need 1% buy this house and like,
Blah, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah. Wait a minute. Jay, what we need? All right,
yeah.
cool. And then all of a sudden we come in and you skip the learning curve.
Yeah, and it's just like now it's like how to implement things as a team grows. It's different. It's wild
Because
because as soon as she had things like Nate, your dreams, man. I was like, oh shit, it's like everything's on the table because it's like how can we get this to where we want to be again happiness over everything. That's what we do. So
But I think everybody's happier when they create. I never seen a sad creator.
yeah, I mean I don't think I think there's plenty of happy people. We've talked about this before that don't have to create, that don't have to be a business person. And because it's like for me, I think I told you this. I'm not. I think I've told you I'm the fantastic supporting character.
That's creating, ain't?
Well, I know, but it's just like,
And just because you didn't have the vision of the bridge, right? Of like how the bridge looks,
mhm.
but you were the one that put the nail in that wood and you put the strings and tied it, and you made the bridge. You still contribute. You still created the bridge.
Well, I was tired again because being like, because a supporting character, what do they need? They need a main character, right? I could never find a main character that was not say good enough, but simple terms like I couldn't find my main character. So like
You can
I
say
was like,
good enough.
well, I was like, I was
Fuck
just,
that.
I,
You said you couldn't find
well, I was just
someone
like,
good enough,
finding someone good enough to just throw everything. I was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna be my main character. I'm gonna
right?
build it, and there you go. And so that's what like I feel like for you, like I'm your supporting character, I'm her
Mhm.
supporting character, but it's like it's different now, and that's why as a team, you and Camille, me and her, like it's wild now how what you can
Wow,
accomplish.
it's why what we already accomplished. It's why
Yeah,
what we about to accomplish.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And man, you really need a factory.
Hmm.
You,
Is it safe to say relationships over success?
relationships over success.
All
Do
right,
we have to pick though?
you can have both.
Let's drink this ice water.
Yeah.
You guys made it to the end of the video. I'm glad that you enjoyed the episode, but can you please like and subscribe the actual video? I'm gonna say it again. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We need you to subscribe so we know that you guys actually like us. So please. But again, thanks for coming. We'll see you again.